Hello, internet and YouTube people. Today's kind of an emergency call diagnosis. Mother-in-law was driving my Ford Flex, which is not necessarily an old car, but it is 2011 model, so older than new. And something happened with the rear suspension, so I'm out here taking a look at it. Got the car jacked up, got the wheel block up there, safety first, and trying to get the lug nuts off right now. To see what's going on with the suspension. Stay tuned. Alright, here's the culprit. Seems to be a busted tie rod end or something of that nature. Ball joint. So we got a all-wheel drive Ford Flex 2011. So, being all-wheel drive, and mainly front-wheel drive, but you can see it's got a little drive shaft there. The independent rear suspension, and we have lost a ball joint. So that doesn't look like it'll be too awful, but still not fun. Well, folks, it is a hot one today. Not a day you want to be sitting on an asphalt parking lot that's just been retard and working on a broke down car. I'll tell you that much. So let me show you where we're at so far. So that ball joint there separated, so, and is jammed up against this bracket for that sensor cable, ABS, whatever that is for. I'm not 100% sure. So what I've done is take the mounting bolt, just this frame right there. You can see this is dislocated a little bit there, and has actually let the wheel go back more into its better alignment. So I may actually try to limp this car home once I get this alignment rod out, because I only really need to replace the ball joint end of it. So it shouldn't be too bad to get that back in there, but do that, I just got to dislocate the top end of the ball joint out from behind that bracket and the ball joint itself. Once I took the stress off, or took the bolt out of the back there, the wheel was able to, or I should say the steering rear knuckle and all that, the suspension actually shifted back more into what you would think would be the regular position. I think I'm just going to grab that bracket and see if I can just kind of move it out of the way the rest of the way, so I can pull this alignment assemblage out. So I got the ball joint out. It actually wasn't too easy to pop out. It's actually got a nice little sort of coned recess there for the ball joint to be tightened down into. I went ahead and put that bolt back in place on that bushing mount. That way I don't lose that bolt or that nut that's actually captured in the frame rails back in there somewhere. Don't know. Here is the actual busted ball joint and the actual rod assemblage for it. From the lack of grease and rust and wear and tear on the ball joint and inside the cap here, pardon my legs and shorts, it looks like the boot on the ball joint probably had a hole in it. It got ruptured at some point, who knows how. That allowed the grease to actually get pushed out, and then over time dirt, grime, dust from brake dust and all that got up in there, and then one bad, far articulation out of normal or its normal operating range just popped it loose. Because you take these two and put them back together, and they fit in there decent, but If you see right there, there's a nice rip in the boot. That might be the culprit, but this whole boot looks kind of dry rotted out anyway. But over time, that wear and tear, you ground down enough of the actual diameter of the ball of this ball joint to be able to slip out of its little captured cap here. So that's a hot one. And so in a freshly retard asphalt parking lot. And I think it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, it's still hot. So now I'm gonna get the tire back on and see what kind of calamity it is to drive it around the parking lot and if I can limp it home or not. I only live 2.5, 3 miles from here, so we'll see.